Welcome back to the Third Eye Trio. I am Mona Me. I am here with your reading for today. So, of course, this is going to be one of the black and white segments, and I normally, what I plan to do is place channelings when I'm channeling a message through music or dreams or just impressions upon me. I'm going to put those in black and white. So you'll know that that's where it came from. So I just wanted to just give my disclaimer. This message may not resonate with all of you, but it might resonate with some of you and some of you in particular because this my dear sweet collectives, some of you on yesterday morning were unfortunately or maybe fortunately in the energy of mess around and find out. Some people use stronger words, but for the sake of this video, I'll choose those, or kind of play wood and get chopped type of energy. So it had me really tickled this yesterday morning, and I didn't do the reading at that time because I did not want my personal feelings to get in. But I did want to release this because I'll just tell you how it works with me. And it may not work with all readers the same way, but sometimes you get this impression up on you, or you're waking up at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and you have to release this message, and that's how it works for me. Yesterday morning it woke me up at 5 on the dot in my drop top. Now that's a bit from Usher, but yes, it basically woke me up to tell me to share this message. So somebody may be cruising the streets since I said that, but for someone in particular, or maybe even stalking or harassing or being stalked and harassed. Why am I getting that impression? I don't know, but this might be for you. So now I think a lot of you, if you listen to my other readings, you probably recall me saying that I absolutely did not want to review do readings for Love and Marriage Huntsville. And that is still true. But what I wanted to say to you, there are some of you who actually do want me to do those readings because those were my higher responses or reviews for my readings. And that was not the intention. That was a message or download that I picked up on. I did watch the show. I'm not as invested in the show as I was before because I did start finding that it was becoming very toxic. So I want to give this message or put this message out just in case you, for whatever reason, don't make it to the end of this video because it's very it's pressing against my spirit, I'll say. You are stronger in spirit than you are in flesh. In a spiritual warfare. So when I say this message came to me, it was in a mystical the rapper mystical song, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't distract that. I moved the camera. But in a mystical type of way. And the song that he had was the song was called Danger, Been So Long. But what I kept getting was not all of the words apply, but it was like, watch yourself. Mess around and get beside yourself. I know. And it wouldn't leave me at 5 o'clock in the morning. The words of that song, watch yourself, mess around and get beside yourself. I know. Go ahead though. Get in line though. So basically, that was the message that was so strong that kept impressing upon me. And I got the impression that somebody was gearing up, but preparing for, some might call it spiritual warfare, some might call it war. Where you gonna run? So here's the thing. I do know that, this is a spiritual warfare. And that was one of the reasons I made my first giveaway, the spiritual bath giveaway. Gift set. Because you do need to know, and I may actually do a video on that. You do need to know how to prepare or to detoxify in a spiritual warfare. So, when you are trying to gear up for this and ready yourself for what's to come. And I do believe you know who I'm speaking with, because you are in that energy. But just remember, you're stronger in spirit than you are in flesh. No matter how well you prepare physically, you're stronger in spirit. And that's the message that you need to know. Sometimes you don't have to do anything, but be still and let God. Tell your enemies, let's take this thing to 5D and stand on that. Because that is something that you are preparing for, but you don't have to fight that battle alone. So when you are looking to gear up for this battle, you remember to put your full armor on. And that armor is not the physical armor. You're going to have to trust God on this, because this may not be a physical battle that you can win, but it's definitely a spiritual battle that you can win. So I pulled some cards for you, and oracles, full moon oracles. And what you received is detoxifying. You can do that with the spiritual bath. I'll go into some of the things that you need. The spiritual bath giveaway, the announcement will be made on February 14th. I will probably announce that at the end of the day. So if you have not already subscribed, liked, and comment, you can go ahead and do that. And place spiritual bath gift set in the comments below. But detoxify, and you want to focus on the positivity, or on positivity, or on the positive, and you want to embrace the flow of life, but you want to leave the past behind. And I know it's kind of hard because the past keeps knocking at your door. But when the past knocks at your door, let God answer it. So you're going to find yourself having to go deeper. Go deeper and deeper than thinking that you can fight this battle that you're facing in the physical. You cannot fight this battle in 3D. And the way you connect with the Holy Spirit is you connect in spirit. You don't connect in the physical. And make sure that that's an understanding. And you've got this Ace of Sword here. That's the truth. That's an understanding. So make sure that when you go to fight this battle that you're about to face, it's a spiritual warfare. You do it in spirit. And how do you do that? You go deeper. You go deeper. And when you meditate, when you pray, you ask God for what it is that you need, that you, the outcome, but be specific in your asking. Be specific. So you ask God, you tell God what it is that you want. But going deeper means that you listen. You listen for understanding of what it is that you need to know and you need to embrace, what you need to leave behind. This is your clarification. This is your clarification. So I'm giving you this so you will know how to fight this battle that you're facing. And there's a spiritual connection with you, since I feel that you keep tapping into my energy. And maybe I'm tapping into yours. So because we don't know each other personally. I'm reading the energy. So for whomever this resonates with, I'm going to ask you to go deeper. Take this into 5D. Don't try to fight a spiritual war in a 3D realm. That's the understanding that you need to know. And secondly, if you're tapping into my energy, or if I'm tapping into yours, please no more 5 o'clock wake up calls. Because you are on one. I mean, you are on one trying to figure this out. And I can give you the message that Spirit wants you to know. But you are intuitive enough to know. We all are intuitive. It's just a matter of whether we tap into it. But you are intuitive enough to know that you have to listen for the answer. Listen for the answer that you are seeking from the higher power. So I'm going to, I like to always give you some self-love cards or self-love that you need to practice. Especially in this energy, because you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself, spiritually, but also physically, in order to house your spirit. but you are stronger in spirit, because the flesh will wither away, the spirit will ascend. So, shuffle those together. But the important thing is you part of spiritual warfare is focusing on the positive, because if you focus on the positive, we talk about how a lot of people speak on how powerful words are, but our thoughts are very powerful too. So that's why it's so important for you to focus on the positive, because those thoughts are just as powerful as those words. And don't take my word for it, because even whether you're a believer or not, it is there in the Bible clear as day. It's because your thoughts are connected to your heart. What comes from the heart, what comes from the mouth comes from the heart. So that's why when you say, I said that, but my heart. No, that came from your heart. So when you speak positively, and just try to always, if you find yourself going to the negative, reflect on something that will direct you back to the positive. And what I'm seeing here is that part of the positive for you is leaving the past behind, even though it's hard to do. I have this message may be for a Taurus, it may be for Sagittarius, it may be for Capricorn, Gemini, or Scorpio. I think it's for Scorpio, because Spirit is asking you to go deeper. And I know who, I think I know who this is, but for your privacy, if it's for you, take it. These are some self-love oracles. Watch the clouds. You got this before. Dance, and practice self-love. I just said that. Taking care of you in the physical, so you will be prepared to fight in the spirit. Fight in spirit. So watching the clouds. Watch the clouds. I said that saying, check out or look and listen and feel your angels. Watching the clouds. One of the things that I remember as a child, one of my favorite things to do was to lie out in, I say the fields, but it was a place in whether it be a park or an open field, on a blanket, because my mom used to take us for picnics often, and we'd have a blanket out. But one of my favorite things was to lie out and just watch the clouds, and I always fancied seeing in the clouds the angels and ancestors. And I really felt that I could do that as a child, but that was not something that I can speak out loud, because I did not even understand. It's funny that came back to me on today that that's exactly what I was doing. And but I don't even think I knew ancestors that had actually moved on other than my grandfather. And and I can't really say that I knew him very well. I had very little memory of him, but the important thing was what some of the people that I would picture in the clouds, they looked like me, even though I didn't see actual people, but I saw the silhouette of people. Now, also dancing, when you get that card, I am a dancer. I did when I say I danced modern art. I mean modern dance and jazz and ball ballet, as well as I guess it was called hip hop. Um, but I don't. I was in an era that was at the beginning of hip hop really coming out, so I used to dance, do choreography as well. So basically, dancing was a big pastime of mine, a favorite pastime of mine. And when I danced, I really felt like I came alive. So, what that is saying to me is telling you to basically go back to those things that you truly enjoy, and that's your self love, whether it's dancing for you or whether it's singing spirituals, which was a good pastime that I shared with my siblings. But singing, whether it's baking, whether it's cooking, whether it's sewing, whatever your hobby is, indulge in that. Don't work all the time. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And that's practicing your self love. But self love is reminding yourself that um, you are made with care by the higher power. We're all made individually. None of us are perfect, but we may be perfect in his eyes, but we're not. Um, but we continue to grow, and we we have to, um, in taking care of ourselves, you have to drown out the noises, the white noises in your head, in your ears, those attacks on you. To you have to ascend, and I speak a lot of soaring, ascending and soaring, and let the crows drop off because they can't get that high. So that's taking care of yourself, and whether that comes in the form of massages or, you know, I had a saying, um, love thyself. And that's not ego. That means taking care of yourself. Pamper thyself is what I used to say. Because it is important that you do, take time out for yourself, and especially when you do a lot for others, it's important that you take care of you in order to take care of others. So it's okay to be selfless and a little selfish, when it comes to taking care of the physical in order to house the spiritual. Messages from God, and I'm going to conclude this reading. Messages. Wait, this may be a message from God because I slept, but these are angel messages. angel messages, the deck for angel messages. Or maybe what I just told you, how's in the spirit. Taking care of your body and knowing how valuable it is. I just got the impression of Mary's song, is the God in me. So when you talk about housing the spirit, you're housing God also. And I may be speaking low, but I hope that you can hear this message well, because if it doesn't, I won't repeat the message. I'll just take it that this is a message from me. I am evolving. Substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change. A need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. I am evolving. One more angel message and then I'll end this reading. That may be, oops. That one popped out, so I'm gonna take it. I am compassionate. Number 9 and 55 may be your angel numbers. Check. I'm giving you the message here, but you can always go back and research those numbers. It's your compassion that makes you shine. You are devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you're being of service. Yep, yes. You posted. You made a posting recently, the person that I felt that I was either tapping into her energy or she was tapping into mine. You made a posting that where you just spoke up for others. And that's when you're most satisfied, when you're being of service to others. I think we're connected. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to continue to do these readings just when you need a message. And who knows where this will go, but I'm going to do these readings when you need a message. And if you need a message, just let me know. I'm gonna I don't want to tap into your energy where I'm so much in your business. So I just won't be doing readings on you or anything like that. But whenever it's necessary, because when the way it works for me, like I said, when I channel a message, I have to release it. So I don't always record it, but I will do the message. This may resonate with a lot of you, but I will send you this message as well. But you just did a post on where you stood up for your tribe. You may not recognize your fan base as your tribe, but that's your tribe. That is your tribe. A lot of people, they don't like when your tribe gather around you. Oh, and I'm feeling the warm fuzzies. This is your message. This is your message. This is your message. Because I am speaking up for you, because that's part of I don't know if that's you in my energy or whatever, but this is your message. This is your message. I'm sending this to you. Recognize that that is your tribe. And I don't want to call the name because I do not want to be all up in your business, but I do want you to remember this, that the oh, okay, so that the full armor of God is metaphorical. Those weapons, and actually our website, which is thirdeyetrio 5 dot wix wix site.com /thirdeyetrio. If you go to that site, and I'll leave it in the comments. If you go to that blog, it actually has an article on full armor, the armor of God, and it explains, the breastplate, the sword, the helmet, the leg guards, the feet guards, and no, I'm talking to my collectives, because if this resonates with you, I want you to take this too. If you note that the armor protects you from the front, because God has your back. You take that nugget, you keep it in your pocket, and you know this, and that's what you're going to stand on. You stand on that. I'm going to end this message. I thank you for spending this time with me once again at 5 o'clock in the morning, because you this energy woke me up again at 5 o'clock in the morning to give this message. So I'm gonna end this reading with a Roger that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.